your vision takes shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Blaine's Fest with 3 days of giveaways, daily events, and doorbuster deals May 1st through the 3rd. Join us for a weekend of deep Blaine's Fest discounts like 141-ounce jugs of Era laundry detergent, just $7.99. 60% off select DeWalt 20-volt battery combo packs, $79. Plus, enter for your chance to win over $100,000 in prizes and giveaways. Shop, save, and celebrate during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Blaine's Fest, May 1st through the 3rd.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for Racine Danish Kringles, the official pastry of ESPN Milwaukee. Mother's Day is Sunday, May 10th, and you could send flowers again. Or you could be the hero of the family and send a Kringle. We're talking flaky, buttery, melt-in-your-mouth goodness delivered right to her door in a beautiful Mother's Day gift box. Go classic with her favorite flavor, or go big with a heart-shaped Kringle topped with pink icing. It's fresh, it's delicious, and best of all, you didn't have to bake it. Go to Kringle.com or call 1-800-4DANISH.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Your local bar could be your ticket to a global stage. Michelob Ultra's Soccer Shootout is giving fans the chance to win tickets to the FIFA World Cup 26 at Zocalo on Wednesday, May 6th, starting at 6:30 p.m. Also enjoy Michelob Ultra at Stenny's North Shore, Spanky's, and Elbow Room Cedarburg. Your neighborhood, your shot at the world's biggest game. Play for the chance to witness history. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 plus. Void where prohibited.
Old, outdated windows aren't doing your home any favors. Upgrade with Callan and replace 8 windows for as low as $188 per month. That's right, 8 windows. A smarter investment that can transform nearly half of your home. And with Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows, engineered to be up to 8 times stronger, you'll get lasting beauty, strength, and performance. Request your consultation today at callcallan.com and click the green button. Callan. Design, build, live. Some restrictions apply. Offer good with approved credit.
We're looking at some delays westbound 94 right through the stadium interchange to about Hawley Road from 35th Street. Southbound 41 heavy from Appleton Avenue down past Hampton. The northbound side slowing down through that construction zone from Mayfair up to Burleigh. Westbound 894 is now starting to get a little bit heavier west of Loomis heading towards 76th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy skies, cool, spotty showers possible with the high of 47. Tonight showers ending, partly cloudy with frost, a low of 35 at the lake, 29 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
We are the home of green and gold off-season coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
If I'm hearing you correctly, Packers fans, the reaction to the news yesterday that the green and gold decided to exercise Lukas Van Ness's 5th-year option was basically, essentially summarizing here, "Oh no, Packers, what is you doing?" That at least is the attitude I heard yesterday from the guys in the afternoon as I was bopping around town and listening to 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. And then I was curious, Gabe, so I did a little zip around social media as well. And it does seem like a lot of Packers fans believe that Lukas Van Ness's production did not warrant he did not earn the opportunity to have the fifth-year option. What was your reaction to the news that Lukas Van Ness did indeed get that fifth-year option with the green and gold?
Surprised. I was shocked. Just because, again, we had heard Goody talk. Like when in the run-up to the draft, Goody was asked about it, and he said, we haven't talked. Basically, we haven't talked to Lukas Van Ness about it, so I'm not going to tell you guys what we've decided. And I took that as, they're not going to pick it up. Because that's the only reason you have to have the conversation. If you're telling someone, I'm going to give you $14.5 million guaranteed, just for the record, for anybody here at Good Karma Brands, if you're giving me $14.5 million guaranteed, you don't have to have a conversation with me beforehand. Go ahead, make that public statement. Go ahead, make that announcement. It's great news. We don't need to have that conversation first. So I just assumed, based on the way Goody had talked about that they were not going to pick that up because he's had 8.5 sacks in his NFL career. And again, typically when you're picking up that fifth-year option, you'd love to have a longer-term extension on the back of it because there's no flexibility there. It's 14.5 guaranteed, and you're just stuck with that full sum of money on your books against the cap in 2027. So I was certainly surprised that it had happened. The deadline today to pick that up, I did not see this coming.
That's just saving face for Rashawn Gary. He doesn't want 2 turds in a row. This is what GMs do. He knew deep down Gary was a mistake. It was a mistake to resign him. He got bailed out by Dallas with giving him a 4th rounder, and he's got to save face.
Yeah, but he's not going to. So he's just willing to blow up $14.5 million against the cap in 27 to save face.
Yeah,
even
Ron held on to guys too long. Not a lot of them, but sometimes.
But the 5th-year option didn't exist back then. Like, this is an easy get-out-of-jail-free card where you don't have to do it. You don't have to pick it up. And we've seen them not pick up that 5th-year option on guys like Quay Walker in the recent past, right? Obviously, they did pick it up on Devontae Wyatt, this season. It's the contract that he's playing under, but yeah, it's been pretty hit or miss on those first-round picks. Didn't pick it up for Eric Stokes.
It's
technically didn't pick it up for Jordan Love, even though they gave him the half-measure extension before the big one.
I mean, who's his outside of Jordan Love? What's his next best first-round pick?
Jair.
All right. After that,
after Jair, probably Devontae. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's been on a string of not so great first-round picks. I just think he's saving face.
So when you look at Van Ness's production, Chew, I guess I would ask you, if you're Brian Gutekunst, what of his resume are you most impressed with? What of Lukas Van Ness's resume, and this is this will be revelatory.
Is this a serious conversation?
I guess I'm just trying to figure
serious,
out
Clark?
what he looked at to justify the 5th-year option. Is it
high motor?
Okay.
He's a high motor guy with one move. That's it. That's all he's got. He's got no other moves. He's got that bull rush, and I mean, high motor guys are nice, but you don't pay average high motor guys. What is it? $14.5 million.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, why don't you just decline it, see how he does this year, and then sign him to an extension?
And honestly, Chew, that's the way I thought it was going to go.
That's how I thought it was too.
And I thought that there was, if he goes out there and does something that nobody sees coming and has like a double-digit sack season, then you probably can't afford to keep him. But I don't know if this is protecting against that. But at the same time, what have we seen that we think that he's capable of having double-digit sacks, other than Micah Parsons singing his praises?
Yeah, and I wondered, to be honest with you, Gabe, if some of this was related to the Micah Parsons injury, in so much that you are going to need Lukas Van Ness to carry some of that load, some of that burden, as you wait for Micah Parsons to come back. And again, I'm not saying that I buy this entirely, but maybe this is a vote of confidence for Lukas Van Ness. Hey, man, we're going to need you out there for that first quarter of the season, potentially.
Expensive vote of confidence.
Listen, I agree with that. I also did some digging when this was announced, just to see where Lukas Van Ness comps to some of the other 13th overall picks in the NFL draft. If you go back to 2020, this is not going to look great for Lukas Van Ness, but let's just do the exercise again for comparison's sake.
Do we have to?
You go back to 2020, I do think it will be illustrated.
I already know how this is going to go.
Okay. In 2020, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers took Tristan Wirfs,
He's been pretty good.
Started every game as a rookie, ended up
good.
contributing to a Super Bowl victory, multiple Pro Bowls, and multiple All-Pro selections. Takeaway, home run of a pick, one of the best tackles in football.
Yeah, he's
in
been pretty
2021, Will, can we get some music here? Whatever you see fit for this sort of section of the program. 2021, Rashawn Slater for the Chargers, immediate starter at left tackle, Pro Bowl, All-Pro caliber every year, did miss time with the injury, but remains an elite hit franchise left tackle. In 2022, the Philadelphia Eagles took Jordan Davis with the 13th overall pick. He played 13 games his rookie year, 5 starts, 18 tackles. Since then, he's been a key piece of the elite defensive line rotation. Not a stat monster, but an important starter-level contributor. We all know about Jordan Davis. I don't even know why I need to rattle off Jordan Davis's information. We'll skip 2023 for the obvious reasons right now and jump to 2024, where you could also argue that there hasn't been enough production potentially for the 2024 pick, which was Brock Bowers for the Las Vegas Raiders. His production was 17 games played his rookie year, 112 receptions, 1,194 yards, 5 touchdowns, led the team in receptions, immediate high-end impact starter. That is the comp for what other teams have done. We're not doing 20, not enough time, for production and whatnot. That is the comp for what other teams have done at the 13th overall pick. Lukas Van Ness is in another galaxy from the production that those guys have had in their tenures with their respective teams. And I think that is part of the reason why fans go, huh?
Well, let me ask you this. If Goody is so happy with Lukas Van Ness, why do you waste 2 fairly high draft picks on that position the last 2 years when there's only 2 of them on the field at one time? If you're happy with it, you know what I'm saying? At least D linemen, interior, there's 3 on the field, so you need a few more.
There's 2 on the field, Chew. I mean, they're playing nickel 70% of the time.
But I mean, if that's why are you wasting 2? What was Sorrell? A third?
No, Barron was a 4th, and then
the dude out of Penn State was a 4th.
Was also a 4th, yeah. Barron Sorrell, and then Colin Oliver last year was a 5th.
But he's not a D end, is he?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's 3.
Yeah. Yeah, because they need. I mean, you do need bodies there, and I don't know. I guess the justification for it would be that $14.5 million for that position isn't all that much anymore because the prices of those guys have just gone bonkers over the last couple of years.
How many clicks better is Devontae Wyatt than Lukas Van Ness? Because even Wyatt was like, do you do it? Do you not do it? I mean, that wasn't a home run. That was like, oh, we definitely have to put the 5th-year option on Wyatt.
Yeah, well, because I guess
2 clicks, a click?
The thing is, I guess with the 5th-year option, Chew, if you're really good, they pick it up, and now you're working on a longer-term extension off of it.
Correct.
Because teams want to lower that cap hit, right? They don't want to be stuck with it the way the Packers were with Darnell Savage after they had picked up his 5th-year option because he was pretty good after his first 3 years, and then his 4th year, his play just tumbled off a cliff, and then they were just, had this around their neck of a terrible contract for a safety that they didn't even really want on the roster. So I guess, again, the justification becomes it's really expensive to sign guys there. We think that because of the high motor, we think the injuries are past him. We're going to pick that up because we think he's going to have a pretty big year in 2026.
Yeah. That's the only reason.
I don't know if I would have done it, but that's the only way I can make it make sense as to why they did this.
You're rolling the dice.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You're,
I think most people
you're
do
hoping
agree.
that you're locking in a breakout edge at below market value. That's the hope for this move. That's the justification. Yeah. That's the explanation for why you do it. Yeah. Because, Gabe, to your point, what were the numbers that we're seeing for pass rushers right now? 20 million? 30 million? It's in that range.
How about just an average one? How about just a team's second D end that had 6 sacks? or 7 sacks. What are they getting paid? Around 14?
Well,
So what the hell are you doing for?
But here's the thing. So Kingsley Enagbare, who had, 4 sacks last year? He got $10 million bucks. He had $10 million bucks on the open market, right? Mm-hmm. And he doesn't have the athletic. And Chewy, Tausch loves to say this. I know you agree with it. First-round picks have to prove they don't belong in the league.
Yes.
And when you're as athletic and test out as athletically as Lukas Van Ness does, you're going to stick around in the league, and someone's going to pay for those athletic traits.
And that appears is what Goody and company have done, as they have given Lukas Van Ness the 5th-year option, even though the production does not match the draft spot, and the production has not matched what people have expected or wanted from Lukas Van Ness. But again, if you think he's going to have a breakout year, if you think he is going to reach those elite levels of production, this is a bargain. And that, it appears, is what the Packers are banking on. 800-990-3776. Somebody asked about Lukas Van Ness's contract and saying he's going to be on the roster next year. What does it have to do with the 5th-year option? I was saying vote of confidence, right? Because we talked about how there were conversations and they were deciding. And some of it is saying, we believe in you. We think that you can be the guy that we expected you to be when we picked you with the 13th pick overall several years ago. And Lukas Van Ness now has the onus, the responsibility to prove it. Lukas Van Ness has to go out there and play like the 13th overall pick. Lukas Van Ness has to go out there and play like an elite player that the Packers seemingly believe he can be. 800-990-3776. Are you okay with this decision by Brian Gutekunst and company to give Lukas Van Ness the 5th-year option? Let us know, 800-990-3776. For all the moves that Goody has made, guys, recently, as we continue to believe that the Packers are in a Super Bowl window, does this move make them better? Does this move get them closer?
No. Well, because he was already on the roster for this upcoming season. So, I mean, if you think the window is open right now, he was going to be here. I don't know if
today they didn't give him the 5th-year option, Gabe, how does that feel going into this upcoming season? Is it a lame duck season then? I mean, obviously he can produce or whatever, and he can audition for other teams.
Yeah, and audition for the Packers. Go out there and earn it. How many times have we seen guys do that? Play great in a contract year. Go out and get paid. So, again, obviously they see something that we don't. But, again, it's a gamble that he can elevate to a decent pass rusher because, again, just kind of taking a look at some of the contracts, decent guys are going to get over 14.5. But again, if he goes out there, let's say he goes out there and has 9 sacks this year. I mean, aren't you going to want that guy long term too? And then you're going to have to negotiate that number down, hopefully, with a longer term extension. I don't know if it's just a safety net to catch him. I'm not quite sure what they were thinking.
But where's the evidence that he can do that with 8.5 sacks over 3 years? There is no evidence.
Not on the field.
Not on the field.
I mean, maybe
so
he's
so then you got to pay him. You know what? Then you got to pay him $17 million, right, instead of the 14 if you don't give him the tag. Big flipping whoop. I think there's a bigger chance that he has 6 sacks, which you're not going to pay a guy that has 6 sacks $17 million, right?
Yeah,
it does feel lopsided right now.
But if he's again, If Kingsley Enagbare is getting $10 million, he didn't have 6 sacks last year, I don't think. So if he's getting 10, it's not that big of a stretch to get to 14.5 for a former first-round pick who has a little bit of production. You know what I'm saying? Like the numbers, the salaries are out of control right now. They are insane, and I think as we do have to adjust, right? So Enagbare last year had 2 sacks. The year before he had 4.5. In his 4 years, he had 11.5 sacks, and he got $10 million on the open market this year.
But a 1-year deal, right?
Yeah, and which is what this is. It's a 1-year, $14.5 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you push it through that prism, maybe you can make it make a little bit more sense. That you think he's going to be able to go out there and have a better year, be healthy, and ultimately, that's what he's going to be worth next year, and you want him around, and you want to have that insurance policy because you don't know what else is. The other thing is, they have a lot of bodies right now. Joshy's boy, DDS, the 2 draft picks from last year that we talked about, But those guys were injured a lot last year. We need to get to see Barron Sorrell a lot. Colin Oliver played one game. So we don't really know what's behind there, right? You have no idea what's behind there, behind Lukas Van Ness. So at least you have somewhat of an idea after 3 years what LVN is.
800-990-3776. Reaction rolling in on the Carbless Talk and text line. Reaction rolling in on the YouTube stream. Soren in the 262 says, he will never be great, may be good, but he sure is huge. Mike said, don't forget about the Micah Parsons effect. Yes, we did discuss Micah missing the first few games of the season. They will need production from that position. Maybe Lukas Van Ness is the answer. Jerry says his salary comes in at 30th for edge rushers. It's a smart deal to bank on based on the market. And yes, we did discuss what the market is right now for that position. High end, I think we said 20 million to 30 million is sort of the range.
Oh, like the upper end? The upper end is over, is 40 to 50 million.
So maybe that's the average that I saw.
Yeah.
As far as the position goes. But yes, we all can agree that if he can perform at a above average level, it will be a bargain. And maybe that's what Goody is doing here. And then also he feels like he has the insurance policy of the other guys at that position who may be able to step in if, in fact, this is a bust. Jaime in Orlando, Chew, very quickly, and then I'll get you. Fifth-year option on a guy who hasn't proved anything is a joke. Goody has reached drafting LVN and Gary based on potential, and it failed yet again. Can we please just draft guys who have shown the abilities instead of drafting on potential?
But there is no better position in the NFL or an advantage for him when it comes to playing DN than the Packers. You know what? I wish I had a tight end and I was the backup that ran a 4.1. And then clears everything out, and I'm like, hey, la-ti-da, I'm happy with my 4.85. Here I am in the flat, turn it into 11. He's never going to get double-teamed as long as Parsons is on the field. I mean, how much easier can you make it for the guy? And he has 8.5 sacks, or whatever he had. I'm getting worked up. I didn't plan on getting worked up today, but I'm getting worked up.
We've got Jason Wilde coming up next here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. We're going to get worked up. You sound like Costanza. That's what it sounded like. I'm getting worked up over here.
Trying to do my Uncle Louie.
Uncle Louie gets worked up, huh?
Uncle Louie would get a little worked up. He had a nice little club.
Even on a Friday?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Uncle Louie from the Northwoods?
Jason Wilde coming up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Hey, folks, we all know baseball's been around a long time, since the 1800s. But do you know what's been around even longer? Yeah, Yuengling. It's the oldest brewery in America. Yuengling started brewing in 1829. That means people were drinking a cold Yuengling before baseball even existed. A great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So the next time you're watching the game, reach for a Yuengling traditional lager from the oldest brewery in America. Now finally in your lineup. DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Not too bad of a ride this morning. Northbound 41, a little bit backed up right between North Avenue and Burleigh through that construction zone. Southbound side is a little bit tight just south of Appleton Avenue heading down to Capitol Drive. And that's pretty much it as far as the delays are concerned. East and westbound 94 is eased up pretty nicely right through the stadium, so we're in good shape. Traffic is brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles. Mother's Day is Sunday, May 10th. Send mom a fresh and delicious Kringle. Order today at kringle.com or call 1-800-4DANISH. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy skies, cool, spotty showers possible with the high of 47. Tonight, showers ending, partly cloudy with frost, a low of 35 at the lake, 29 inland. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Spring has arrived in the Geneva Lakes region, and there is no better place to welcome the season than the award-winning Lake Lawn Resort. Enjoy lakeside dining at 1878 on the lake, golf for all ages and abilities at Majestic Oaks, relaxing spa experiences at the award-winning Caladora Spa, and endless recreation opportunities along the resort's 2 miles of shoreline on beautiful Delavan Lake. Plan your spring getaway today at lakelawnresort.com and come find out for yourself why everything is better at the lake.
Hey, Tom, I just really can't get my kids off their phones lately. What's your secret, man?
I told you last time, go to PrecisionSportsOnline.com and buy a hoop. And while you're there, include their court line painting. You'll thank me later. PrecisionSportsOnline.com. That's PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
It happens without warning. And when it's a truck crash, everything changes. Call Gruber's offices and let us protect your rights. We've got the knowledge, skills, and resources to win. One call, that's all.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Big guys. Somebody at the
not
DOT
the DOT.
is being an ASS. And you can say that because it's spelling.
No, that's not how that works either.
Well, you could say it because you can say ass on the radio.
You can?
On 94.5 ESPN.
Ready, down, put.
All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com.
It is always great to get Jason Wilde's perspective on something like this. So we bring in Jason Wilde to discuss the Lukas Van Ness fifth-year option. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning. That sounded ominous.
I like the birds in the background, though. I feel like maybe it's Augusta.
Wait, there's not birds in the background.
Did you guys hear birds?
I heard.
It sounded like my alarm clock.
That was me. Sorry.
I was gonna say I'm in my office in our house. You're gonna hear dogs barking in a minute. I can guarantee you that.
Wait a minute. Were you making the bird sounds too, or do you have an open window?
I'm checking my cameras at my house in Wisconsin.
Okay, there it is.
Your bird cameras?
They hang out right.
You got like one of those bird
ledge.
feeders with the camera built in? Oh, look, it's a robin.
I'm a big bird feeder guy, Jason.
I am too. I'm with you.
The thing that drove him nuts? Squirrels.
Oh, they're the worst.
They're terrible.
Those aren't squirrel feeders. Those are bird feeders, bro.
Yeah, they're thieves.
For a guy who hates birds like you do, Chew, why are you feeding them?
It's a little complicated.
Because people tell me not to give them bread, and I'm not going to let people tell me that bread is bad for birds. Are you kidding? Hey, Jason, have you heard that? Bread is bad.
I have heard that. To be fair, in the interest of full disclosure, we do not put like a loaf of Sara Lee White out there. We put out actual bird seed.
Well,
I don't know if it's bad or not, but maybe the squirrels would eat it. You'd solve all your problems.
You know what's bad? Cupcakes. But we still eat them, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure the birds are the same way.
Are you trying to say that your bread ends are the same as a cupcake?
Maybe for
a bird.
I like the nubs.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, we do send the girls out every 2
Top
weeks
of the muffin
to
to
the
you.
backyard and have them chuck the rest of the bread ends, whether it's a couple of hot dog buns that went stale in the pantry or whatever, and we have them chuck them in the yard. I don't know who's eating them, but they always disappear.
Somebody does.
So somebody is enjoying that buffet.
Dario.
It's probably our dog, if I'm being honest. He's out there going potty and going, ooh, bread. So, Jason, the best we can figure is that this is one of those Lukas Van Ness has not performed to the level of earning the fifth-year option. However, guys at this position are super expensive right now, and if we can get him to sort of find some of that production, reach his potential, if you will, this will be a hell of a bargain. Is that fair?
Well, congratulations, Thelma. You cracked the code. Great job.
Scooby-Doo.
Because, yes, that was exactly. Thank you for getting the reference to that. I really appreciate that because we're getting to an age where maybe some other people were like, what did he just call her?
Zoinks.
So, here's roll. So, here's the quote.
Scoob. Should we just do all of our Scooby-Doo sounds?
Nobody does Fred. Fred's just nondescript. David just uses regular voice.
100%.
I'm Fred.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
All right.
So here's the quote from Goody at the scouting combine in February that says exactly what you just said, Jen. And I wasn't there, so while I was working on writing my story, I went back to see where he has talked about Van Ness, and he told us. Well, I'm an idiot, frankly, because I should have known all along that they were going to give him the fifth-year option. I should not told you about the barking dogs. I should have never thought that there was a chance they weren't going to give it to him. It's about what we think he's going to do in the future, not what he's done in the past, Goodkin said in February at the annual NFL Scouting Combine. That's kind of how we look at things. Then he mentions that was the same mentality with Devontae Wyatt. If that's the decision we decide to do, I won't have a problem with that at all. And then in 3 seasons, Lukas Van Ness, 81 tackles, 8.5 sacks, 17 tackles for loss, 23 quarterback hits, and 57 quarterback pressures. So, yeah, those are not fifth-year option type numbers. I'm sure there are plenty of edge rushers who have not gotten the fifth-year option with similar numbers. But much like they drafted him based on potential out of Iowa, where he had never started a game and only played 2 years, I think they're giving him the fifth-year option based on what they believe he's capable of doing and being as well.
Would Quay Walker have been more?
That's a good question. I think he would have
gotten
the slightly less.
Based upon performance.
Less,
I mean, Quay Walker was a much better player, and they didn't give it to him. Should they have given it to him?
So the weird thing about that is that they offered Quay a multi-year deal, as we've talked about many times on this fine program, in like late September, early October. And he's still one of the first players I've ever had in this era. Back in your day, guys would talk about everything, and I miss those days. But he's one of the rare players who said on the record to me that he had an offer on the table from the Packers. And obviously he never took it, and he played out the season and got more than he would have gotten from the Packers, from the Raiders. The downside is he's got to play for the Raiders. But, would you rather, and here's the thing that because I was arguing with Brust about this, him and Kyle were, they're down on this decision. And my point was, would you rather have them
not give him the fifth-year option, and have a scenario like Nick Perry where he has a breakout year, the year that he's playing in a contract year, right? You remember this? Like Nick Perry.
Oh, yeah.
Nice fella, not super productive for a first-round pick. So they decline the fifth-year option on him. He goes out and has a double-digit sack season. They end up paying him then. And then they're on the hook for a longer-term contract and more of a cap hit when it turns out that was the aberration, right?
Yeah.
And so in this instance, in 27, even if he's just mid, $14 million is pretty palatable. To your point, if he deserved the fifth-year option, so did Quay. And the fact that they didn't, and they said that he was too expensive, I think it's interesting. But I think it's because they think more highly of Lukas Van Ness. But look, the dude, on one hand, he missed 8 games last year, 7 games with the foot injury, and then the 8th game was the game in Minnesota that I covered that Tausch continues to tease me for going
And you
to.
could probably throw a 9th game on there. How many did he play when he first tried to come back from the foot injury? It wasn't many snaps.
Yeah, was that the Giants game? What game was that? It was not very many, but you're right. And I think I phrased it as like he missed 7+ games with his foot injury. But you're right. Like and again, we have to be careful. I had a little fun with my video editing app last night and put together with Randy Newman's You've Got a Friend in Me, the 2 clips from Micah Parsons saying all kinds of glowing things about Lukas Van Ness. Now, on the one hand, I want to be clear, if Micah Parsons feels that strongly about him, Micah Parsons knows more about, I know it's going to come as a surprise, but knows more about getting after the quarterback than I do. So I'm going to respect his opinion. At the same time, it is Lukas Van Ness who would have been the starter had they not acquired Micah Parsons. So maybe Micah Parsons, in addition to trying to mentor him, is trying to soften the blow of him coming on board and taking his job, right, last season? And now, obviously, he's going to be the running mate instead of Rashawn Gary, who's gone. But, look, Micah Parsons seems to think that he can be a really good player. And he did. The one thing that I am leery of, and I saw this stat multiple places yesterday, was that he had a 22% pass rush win rate last season. Okay? Great. That's a really good number, right? It's a little bit, though, like Benjamin St. Juste, who was the best corner in zone coverage in all of the NFL last year. But he only played 35% of the Chargers' snaps, right? I don't know what Lukas Van Ness's win rate is if he plays more games, right? More games are more opportunities to have pass rushes that don't get home and don't create pressure. So that can be, I think, a little bit of a misleading statistic, but I don't think he sucks. And I think there are Packers fans that are taking this as, I can't believe they paid this guy sucks.
But Jason, there is no easier in the NFL second DN position in the league when you know you are, with Micah Parsons on the other side, you know you're never going to be double-teamed.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, here's the thing. His numbers, if he stays healthy, which, of course, he played through the broken thumb 2 years ago. He still played 16 games, but I think we can agree he was not super effective. He even said that himself. If he stays healthy and he lines up opposite of Micah Parsons for, I don't know, let's say 14 games. Let's say Micah misses the first 3. Just as I expected from Rashawn Gary and was disappointed, I expect him to be a double-digit sack guy. Like, there's no two ways about it. And again, all the defenders of Rashawn Gary, and that's fine if you feel that strongly about him. I don't, but, I understand there are some of our fans that are still, very supportive of Rashawn Gary and think the trade with the Cowboys shows that he has value because they were giving up a 4th-round pick for him. I would say I'm not sure what crazy old Jerry Jones is doing most of the time. But I expected that from Rashawn Gary. He did not deliver it. He delivered it in the first couple weeks, and then for whatever reason it didn't happen. I fully expect that to happen with Lukas Van Ness because, to your point, Chew, like that, like I don't want to hear any other excuses, right? Like, there's not only does Parsons get double teamed, he gets triple teamed.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, in comparison to others, fights through it and still can generate pressure in those situations. So, look, I'm not as ticked off about this as there are some Packers fans that are. I don't think it's an outlandish price to pay for a year for an edge rusher. And if he ends up being mid, like he has largely been, when you put everything together in his body of work, then after the 5th-year option, you move on from him like you did with Darnell Savage, right? I mean, Darnell Savage, it was clear after his 4th season that they regretted giving him the 5th-year option.
Yeah.
Right. So it is what it is.
Jason Wilde joining us on the Yingling guest hotline. Jason, how much of this and picking up the 5th-year option for LVN is also, while you do like the young guys because you draft them and you think they're going to be good, but you don't know what you have in Barron Sorrell, Colin Oliver, and DDS, who are the next in line to be those backups. And because you don't really know, but you have maybe a little bit better idea of what LVN is, it's a nice little insurance policy.
Yeah, I think there's a chance of all 3 of those young guys being factors, right? But again, they're young guys, and we don't know exactly what they're going to be. Like, I know Barron Sorrell's dad is very confident, right? 99 is going to shine in our YouTube comments. There are guys, and again, Parsons is one of them, who think Colin Oliver is a really intriguing guy who, is very bendy and gets low and is really good at getting around the edge, even though he's not the biggest guy they've ever drafted at that position. And then Dennis Sutton, the dentist, there's a reason why they're excited about him, getting him in the 4th round. So I'm really curious to see who else fills that void. And as you pointed out, let's not sell another guy short from because we were talking about this months ago now. But Brenton Cox, the guy's he's had some moments now. Now, again, I'm not saying he's going to have a double-digit sack season, but I kind of feel like he's a guy that we forget about a little bit and could very well be the type of guy that can step in and really help them.
God, Micah's a nice guy, huh?
He is. He says nice things about a lot of people. Yeah.
I had to deal with,
he's
Jackie,
like you.
What do I have? Jason, hey, Jackie, what do I got? I'll run a corner. And then, why aren't you in the flat? What am I supposed to say? Because Jackie told me to run the corner? God, I wish I had a nice guy.
Jason, before we let you go, Brian Gutekunst did say that the Packers would add competition. I believe he said certainly add competition to the running back room. They did add a undrafted free agent in Jaden Nixon. Do you think they will still try to go out and get more to bulk up the competition in that room, or are you of the belief that Lloyd is the answer as far as backup running back goes?
Yeah, it's a really good question, Jen. I mean, I want to believe in Marshawn Lloyd. He seems like a nice kid who's really been dealt a rotten hand in terms of injuries. But again, I keep hearing Pete Doherty, who has been on the beat even longer than I have, curmudgeonly saying you can't really rely on Lloyd to be your backup running back with his health issues, can you? Which was the grumpiest question of the weekend. Again, I don't know enough about why he's had the injury problems he's had to be able to speak to, this guy is not doing everything he needs to prevent these injuries. But they've kept him around now, and I don't know how many times there's guys in my career who have had this bad of an injury run and then suddenly were healthy the rest of the way. But if they think very high, I can tell you this, the people who have actually seen him do things think very highly of him. They think he is explosive, and they really like what he brings to the table when he's healthy. The problem is he's never, ever, ever been healthy. The one game he's played in out of a possible 36, he got hurt in. So I don't think you can count on that. At the same time, I don't know who's going to be on the street after June 1 or whatever else. That's not the thing that it used to be in terms of picking up guys. But again, they love Chris Brooks. I think he's a great glue guy to have on your football team. But if Josh Jacobs can't play a game, I don't know if you want Chris Brooks carrying the ball 28 times, the way they had Emmanuel Wilson do that. And Emmanuel Wilson had 107 yards and 2 touchdowns when he did that.
Jason, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. We'll talk to you again soon. Have a great weekend.
All right, everybody, take care. Be good. Enjoy the bread.
The birds.
Feed the birds.
Oh, Mary Poppins. I was going to say something and I forgot what it was. Probably will just lean on my old Jason Wilde can be heard on Wilde and Tausch right after Jen, Gabe, and Chewy each and every weekday morning here on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. Let's dive into that when we come back. Because I don't know how I feel about the backup running back position. I don't know if it's safe to rely on a guy who, like Jason said, is never, ever, ever healthy. This to me feels like a similar situation to the Lukas Van Ness situation. We'll dive into that after this on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Make plans to stop by Bunzel's this weekend. Pick up these weekly specials. Their stuffed pork tenderloins are just $8.49 a pound. Hot Italian sausages, $6.89 a pound. Bone-in country pork ribs, $3.99 a pound. Whole or cut-up chickens, $2.89 a pound. Find all these specials and more at Bunzels.com. I was there earlier this week, been using ingredients I've gotten from Bunzels, making dinner all week. It's been fantastic. I love going there. They're celebrating their 50th year in business. Stop by 90th and Burleigh in Milwaukee to support this great family-owned and operated business, or check out the website, bunzels.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
We're going pretty well right now. Westbound 94, just a little bit tight right through the stadium interchange to Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side also slowing down a little bit, heading towards the 27th Street area. Southbound 41, heavy from Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound from Mayfair to Burleigh. Rates change, needs change. Great Midwest Bank can help you explore a refinance that better fits where you are today. Visit greatmidwestbank.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Partly cloudy skies, cool, spotty showers possible with the high of 47. Tonight, showers ending, partly cloudy with frost, a low of 35 at the lake, 29 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
May is here, which means your house is officially done hiding under snow, and now you can see everything it needs. Good news, Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help. Upgrade to energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath remodel, and get $3,000 off your project. Think of it as spring cleaning, but way more impressive. That's $3,000 in instant savings during our May savings event, but it won't last long. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
We have standards in Wisconsin. Cheese should squeak. Sports and tailgating go hand in hand with brats aplenty. And beef is a delicacy where each bite makes you close your eyes for a second. For 50 years, Bunzel's has been hand-selecting the finest beef, making homemade specialty sausages, and crafting award-winning jerky right here at home. Because Wisconsin is still cattle country, quality isn't optional. It's expected. And after 5 decades, Bunzel's still delivers. Stop in today at 90th and Burleigh or at bunzels.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Need a quick, delicious way to fuel your day? Try one of our new protein power plays from Cousin Subs. Power ham, power turkey, power club, power tuna. 4 craveable 5-inch subs on freshly baked Italian bread. Packed with protein, up to 33 grams. All for just $7.99 for a limited time. It's the flavor you love with the fuel you need. Grab a protein power play in store, online, or on the Cousin Subs app today. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Remember how you felt when you were 25? Your morning workouts were a breeze,
You had a drive that kicked in way before your first cup of coffee? Does it feel like you're losing your edge? You know, it might not be your age. It could be low testosterone. At Mentality, we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on and build a personalized plan using testosterone replacement and peptide therapies to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. Get back to being the guy you used to be. Book your appointment with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Thanks, Ernie. I'm going to Venmo you that money right after the show.
You can't. You don't know how to use Venmo.
Made my
You can't even
workload
say
much
it.
less. But Ernie,
you don't know how to
Ernie,
do it, and I don't know
does
how to
it ever?
it, so
Yeah.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Looking for an easy, delicious dinner this week? Just head to Piggly Wiggly. Stock up on Connie's Thin Crust Pizza. Connie's is pizzeria flavors without the pizzeria prices, and at just $4.99. Connie's is perfect for busy weeknights, game night, or a family dinner. This sale runs through May 5th, so don't wait. Again, Connie's is unlike any other crust you've ever had. It's from Palermo, so it's got the great toppings as well. Grab your favorites while supplies last. It's only at Piggly Wiggly. Connie's, $4.99 through May 5th.
There are very few guarantees in the NFL. They do obviously a lot of evaluations, and they hope that their evaluations are going to be right about who is going to have success in the league and who is going to not and is not worth banking on. The list of guys who were quote-unquote sure things in the NFL and then ended up being a bust is long. But it does feel like at this juncture, guys, the Packers are doing a lot of wishing and hoping. And we talked about the Lukas Van Ness situation, too, and how they are hopeful that he can be productive. That's part of the reason why the fifth-year option was exercised. And now we're talking about the backup running back position, and we're taking a similar tune, which is, well, they're hoping that Marshawn Lloyd can be the guy behind Josh Jacobs. And that, to me, feels like another gamble. The gamble that we just talked about in regards to Lukas Van Ness. This is another gamble by the organization. If they don't go out and get a backup running back, Chew, are you comfortable with Marshawn Lloyd being the guy, the backup running back to Josh Jacobs?
Yeah. I would think. I mean, like you said, or Jason said, he's had kind of a bad run of luck when it comes to injuries. So you would think that those eventually will end. And, I mean, there are some running backs on the street right now that you probably don't need to get. They'll probably be there for break glass in case of emergency. I mean, is someone really going to sign Eckler? I mean, they're... Huh?
You want to talk about injury issues, Chew? Like, there's a guy who has had some major injury issues. You know, like he's over 30 years old at this point.
But we kind of have that at not every position, but like offensive line. You know, Jordan Morgan goes down. You want to play the rest of the season with Kennard? No. I mean, you can't be strong. You can't be strong everywhere. Sometimes you do have to roll the dice, and I think this is one of those positions where you roll the dice because he is a physical specimen. He's quick, but big question mark: can he stay healthy? And if he can't, I mean, you got to go get someone on the street. I remember back in '93. I think it was '93 where Ron was. We were trying to find a running back. I remember. You probably don't remember the name, but John Stevens was a big name with New England, who was kind of a number 2 there. He traded for him. He was fine. He wasn't great. But there's sometimes you just have to roll the dice, and I think this running back position is one where you just kind of roll the dice.
I am seeing the name Trey Benson being thrown around. Dairyland Express has an article about that. Why does that make you laugh? They have such a logjam at running back right now, the Arizona Cardinals.
Because I just don't think that they're going to be given. I mean, I know they just traded for someone. They signed Emmanuel Wilson. I don't see the Packers trading for a running back. Like they're not going to give up a draft pick.
Not right now.
No.
Right now.
They're going to go through training camp. Like,
yeah.
There's just not a name out there that's intriguing. There's not. Like you said, Austin Eckler. Nah, I'm good. There's a reason. If you're a running back on the open market right now, there's a reason. Like, you're not going to be the answer to what ails the Packers. I would have preferred them to draft a running back at some point just as that insurance policy. But my guess is, there's going to be running backs that they're going to feel like they can pick up at the end of training camp. Either they're released or they can make a move and do things like that if this doesn't work out. And that's going to be their insurance policy should Marshawn Lloyd not be able to go through and get through a training camp again.
Like every team this season is going to lose a starter.
Yeah.
Some are going to lose multiple starters. You know, we lose Zach Tom, whoever the backup is, that offensive line is not as good. It's just bad luck. It's going to happen. You hope it doesn't happen at the wrong position. You know, I mean, if Josh Jacob goes down and then Marshawn Lloyd hurt again, yeah, they're in soup. But you could say the same for every position for the Jordan Love, you know. All right, we got to ride the season with Ritter. It's just there's so much luck involved in winning a Super Bowl, and it's so hard to get there.
800-990-3776. We've enjoyed having Professional Construction Inc. help us with our home projects. As you know, my husband and I, not the most handy people, but when we need something done, we have our friends at PCI who can help us with it, and they can do the same for you. PCI's team is here for you, and they are growing, looking for skilled carpenters who care about their craft, want to be a part of a team. If you or someone you know works hard and takes pride in what they build, have them apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com. That's professionalconstructioninc.com. Click on the Careers tab to apply.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN, the best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for 90 years, that's exactly how we've been doing things at Great Midwest Bank. So if you're thinking about buying, building, renovating, or refinancing, get started at greatmidwestbank.com to find a knowledgeable loan officer and get the peace of mind you deserve. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Roll out the winning this May at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. Have a barrel of fun with your share of $300,000. Just play with your rewards card for entries, and Thursday night you could hit a home run. Plus, your May drawing entries all count towards the Big League Series prize drawing in June. It's Tic Tac Home Run, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
A huge month of Brewers baseball kicks off with the battle against the Yankees Friday, May 8th through Sunday, May 10th. Catch the crew for half off with Wisconsin's first Friday game tickets on Friday the 8th. Plus, Mother's Day Sunday is the perfect game to bring the whole family with new kids experiences every Sunday. Plus, the first 10,000 fans over the age of 21 get a Brewers picnic blanket at the Mother's Day game, courtesy of American Family Insurance. Score your tickets at Brewers.com.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Mother's Day is coming, and you gotta show love to the mothers in your life. You know you gotta take care of mom. Plus, my wife just became a first-time mom. So yeah, Mother's Day matters, and you gotta get it right. That's why I'm sending flowers from the Books Company. Right now, get 25% off with code CANTY. Books flowers are cut fresh, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. And it's easy. Pick the bouquet, the delivery date, and you're done. Mother's Day is May 10th, so don't wait. Go to Books.com, use code CANTY to get 25% off. That's BOUQS.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
If it's gotten to the
I
point,
don't think shower.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to take a shower? You just told me you're offended by your own BO.
No, but I think it's deodorant, Gabe. Showering does nothing. It really doesn't.
You are wrong.
Because
you must be showering wrong.
On 94.5 ESPN.
When the game matters, where you play matters even more. At the Wisconsin Country Club, you get a championship-level golf experience right here in Milwaukee with nearly a century of tradition behind it. And what really sets it apart is everything beyond the course. Now, again, I love the golf course. I love playing out there. We'll be doing so later today. But again, we've got pool days coming up, tennis, pickleball, fitness, great dining. Our chef has been killing it lately. And programs your kids are actually going to be looking forward to. It's not a pieced-together lifestyle. It's just all in one place. And I know as a member myself, I can tell you it's where I go to play, connect, and spend real time with my family. The Wisconsin Country Club, a better way to experience the game and everything around it. Schedule your private tour today and mention Good Karma for exclusive promotions.
Reaction rolling in on the conversation we were just having. Dwayne says, shouldn't GMs deal with the knowns instead of the unknowns? Goody seems to roll the dice too often and comes up snake eyes. Chewy, it is part of the gig, right? Part of the gig is kind of having to take those gambles. Do you think that Goody is doing it too often at this point?
I mean, the more Jason talked about Van Ness, I guess it kind of makes sense. Did you guys get that out of the conversation? You know, yeah. I just don't know, because I think he didn't have to give him the option, and at the end, because I don't think he's going to have double-digit sacks. He may have 8, but at the end of the day, what's that going to cost you? 17. So you screwed up, and you got to eat $3 million. $3 million to the cap today is nothing, you know. And that's why I said, you know, he might be a little bit of CYA there, because Rashawn Gary, I think, was a mistake, and he's afraid of
admitting
Van Ness being the same.
Yeah,
you know. So.
We have a lot of stuff to get to in the second hour of the show today. We want to talk about the Brewers. We want to talk to Craig Karmazin. We want to talk about the Bucks finally announcing their new head coach, and maybe a little nonsense mixed in there, if we have time. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy back in 2.
Yeah, we've got southbound on 41 hitting the brakes, basically from Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. The northbound side slowing down from Mayfair pretty much all the way up to Appleton Avenue. We've also got east and westbound 94 slowing down right through the stadium, basically between 35th Street and Hawley Road in each direction. So that's something to keep in mind. For the most part, we're looking okay on 4394. On the northbound side, you might have a little bit of a brake check right around the Holt Avenue area up to Oklahoma Avenue, but that's like half a mile. So that's something to keep in mind. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy skies, cool, spotty showers possible with the high of 47. Tonight, showers ending, partly cloudy with frost, a low of 35 at the lake, 29 inland. Weather is brought to you by Lake Lawn Resort. Spring is here. Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in the Geneva Lakes region. Enjoy lakeside dining, golf, spa, and more. Plan your getaway at lakelawnresort.com. Everything's better at the lake. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform, not just exist. Your storytelling would inspire, not fall flat. Your integrated campaigns would create impact, not excuses. There'd be no refreshing dashboards, no waiting on a report to explain what happened. It's time to generate quality leads and turn them into customers. Let's make it happen with Saturn Lounge, your marketing partner for clear, measurable results. Visit us today at SaturnLounge.com. When marketing works, it shows.
From large manufacturer to local pizza shop and every business in between, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions. Whatever you're building, you've got this. And Summit Credit Union's got you.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. It's Friday, and that means it's time to check in with GKB President Craig Karmazin.
Has any market been as consistent where they only have one team than Wisconsin? We know Chicago hasn't been.
No.
Fridays with Mo.
Yeah, but until you win a championship, you can't really say that. And they've had one champion.
Chewy, we're going to just create an AI. The AI Chewy can just bring up championship. We don't even need Chewy.
They've had one championship.
What, it's going to be put like a hologram over there?
Yeah. Craig Karmazin on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Saturn Lounge, your partner for marketing strategy, creative content, and winning campaigns. From websites to video and everything marketing, visit SaturnLounge.com to tell the world your story.
We love hanging out with our friend, teammate, boss, Craig Karmazin. Good morning, Craig. How are you today?
I'm great. Good morning.
Where are you today?
I am in Indianapolis, Indiana, at the Radix dance competition, which is a biggie here.
Sounds like a biggie.
It's probably Radix with an X, right?
Radix.
Yes, of course.
Naturally.
Well, we are excited for Harper and for you as you will be taking in the dance over the next, 10 hours or so. Bucks officially named Taylor Jenkins their new head coach yesterday. We obviously have known for several weeks. We heard that they're doing this at the Art Museum. This feels fancy. What gives?
I think when you make a big announcement, you do it right. You do it different. The amazing thing is when you're looking for a coach and when you're looking for things, you often hear, we're going to take the widest approach. We're going to search every corner of the earth. And it wasn't that deep into the process where I started to hear, this is a really narrow focus. And if we can get the person we want, this is going to happen really quickly, which was pretty stark, right? Because the Bucks had an opening really early, so there was a chance to extend this really far. So I think really early in the process, the team was convinced that if Taylor Jenkins, was gettable, that he was absolutely the guy. So it's universal how the excitement level throughout the organization about this hire.
Now, people probably don't know, but Craig's a big Derby guy. Craig, can you give me the play for the Derby?
I think the 6'11" exacta is a lock.
6'11"? What does that mean? The number 6 slot and 11?
Yeah, the 6 horse and the 11 horse.
Well, Angie, you know what that means?
Locked.
Because you guys have consulted on betting on horses before.
Yeah, but I have not looked at these. I actually have not looked at it yet, so I'm just making that up. I will look at it. I will, as I do every year, like 4 minutes before the race. I'm like, oh my God, it's on. Can I get myself logged into my my betting account that goes into this? So I'm sure I will think to do that again. I will do a good 20 seconds of research, and then I will pick a winner.
Okay, as Craig Karmazin joins us here, courtesy of our friends at Saturn Lounge, your partner for marketing strategy, creative content. So what you're saying is Chewy is Chewy overselling your Derby knowledge? Is that what he's doing? If you're only going to do 20 seconds of research, so you enjoy betting on the Derby, but you wouldn't consider yourself like, oh, I'm doing all this research going into the Derby.
He used to be.
Correct.
See,
I would not count on my advice. I tend to look for like a horse who's like in the 2nd to 4th range that I end up liking based on, how it's run and who it's trained by. And then I try to wheel it with with some more long shots. And my family did. The first time my family got into legit businesses was working at the dog tracks in Florida. So we have a deep history of gambling on racing in the family.
Can you tell us about the illegit businesses your family were in?
Well, that also related to kind of how they got the job at the dog track. Just Google Meyer Lansky, and you'll see kind of how the Armisen family began to get into business.
Was Uncle Butch involved?
No. Well, Uncle Butch did go down to Florida, for a few years to high school just to get away from some of what was going on in New York. There was some Uncle Butch stuff going on there.
Angie has the easiest formula when it comes to betting on horses. It's the last one to take a crap before they go into the paddock. She always bets on.
A little bit lighter.
Yeah. Which works. I mean, it's amazing.
Why didn't you share that with Joshy before Joshy left to go to the Derby?
Because I don't like Joshy.
That's fair. All right. That's very fair.
That's interesting. That's also usually my dating advice and what I think about with dating.
What, the last one to take a crap?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
You too proud of yourself right now?
Yeah.
I'm not
you two. Those two.
Oh, I'm not ashamed of what's happening right now. If that's what you're
Jen,
asking.
I was just seeing what kind of reaction I was going to get from you on that one.
You notice how her ears perked up when she heard poop? She had her head buried in her computer.
Well, yeah, I was nervous. I was like, where is this going? What are we doing?
You have the right to be nervous about topics
I have been
and directions.
open about my open pooping, all right?
All right, I'm done.
Craig, the Brewers get a big win yesterday, but also maybe a big loss as Brandon Woodruff, it seems, might be dealing with dead arm. And I think the thing that folks are talking about is we were just all excited about getting Andrew Vaughn back and Jackson Chourio back to start next week, and now we might be missing Woody for an extended period of time. How should Brewers fans be managing and navigating this news?
Well, I think the key is that he gets the rest and that he's ready for later in the season. I was just thinking about it related to the NBA playoffs. The 76ers pulled off a huge win last night over Chewy's Boston Celtics to even their best of 7 series at 3-3. And Paul George had a suspension, a drug-related suspension for a good portion of the second half of the season. And I actually think they might not be tied 3-3 if he had not had that suspension. I think there is something to, over the course of a long season, sometimes, rest being valuable. And you obviously, especially with pitching, you don't want it to all hit at one part of the season. But the Brewers have shown the ability to get through things. And I don't think it's the worst thing in the world for someone not to get 35 starts, these days. I know that's like what we were used to back in the day, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. And the NL Central is competitive and it's tough. So I get it. It's not like last year or the year before where it's going to feel like, oh, this could be wire to wire and we feel good about this. But I don't think it's the worst thing in the world for your top people to miss a month or two in a Major League Baseball season.
Would your opinion on that change if the Brewers didn't have starting pitching depth? Because they've got a couple of guys. If Woody ends up going on IL, if they announce that later today, they've got guys that you feel pretty good about, whether it's Logan Henderson, whether it's Robert Gasser, that you can just bring up and be like, oh, yeah, I feel good about this guy making a start. And not just a spot start. If he's got to start for a month while Woody's down, the rotation's going to be just fine.
Gabe, I remember thinking about it. It's absolutely for that reason, right? I remember thinking, all right, wow, I guess Miz is the only guy who could be the opening day starter, but there are like 8 guys who in certain scenarios you could look at as legit starters for this team, right? So yeah, I don't want to say there's like no replacement value or no loss with Woody, because I do, think he's one of the reasons why I think there's a chance to go deep in the playoffs if he's right. So, yeah, that's exactly why I think it, and also why it's that much more important to not mess with his health.
Craig, what are your thoughts on Lukas Van Ness getting the 5th-year option?
I don't really have many thoughts on it. I can't say I have any deep thoughts on it. I know he's like a lightning rod because of where he was drafted, but I kind of feel like that's about the money, and it's worth seeing it. It's worth seeing a full year. You know, with Micah, there's going to be a new defensive coordinator. I mean, what do you think of it?
The more I talk to Jason, I guess I kind of get it. And the more we talk about rolling the dice with Marshawn Lloyd, I guess I'm okay with rolling the dice on Van Ness. In the last
it's not that
hour,
big of money, right? I'm saying, like, it's
14
not
and a half.
crazy dollars. Yeah, like, what is that? Like, in the salary cap now, like, is that I don't know. It doesn't feel like a crazy number for 1 year.
It shouldn't prohibit them from doing the other things that they want to do.
I guess my rub is that I think they should have gave the fifth-year option to Quay, and he deserved it more than Van Ness does. And I think Quay is going to be really good in Las Vegas because they were playing him out of position in Green Bay. He's not a middle linebacker.
But shouldn't
He's
you
a
be, if they were going to
weak-side linebacker
continue
that
to
can
play
run.
him at middle linebacker, shouldn't you be glad that they didn't pay what he's making now out in Vegas if they're going to continue to play him out of position?
Well, Gabe, I just think he's going to shine out there.
Well,
in the right
again,
position.
which good for him. But if they're going to continue to play him in the wrong position, I'm glad they didn't pay
then
him.
I guess.
Because I wouldn't want to pay somebody and continuously put them in the wrong position.
I just think
I'm
they're
with
going to
you, by the
regret
way.
it. That's all I'm saying. I think
there's going to be like, I think there's going to be like 2 weekends, and Vegas may, I don't know, maybe I've been sucked into this with the Raiders before because of like big names and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders are okay this year. Like, I could see them being kind of the Raiders in the AFC and the Giants in the NFC are the two teams I think like could ride like their bad schedules and deeper rosters and maybe really bad coaching last year and some good acquisitions. Those are the two teams I could see actually being pretty good that like we think about as just like, okay, they're going to suck this year. And I could see 2 weeks where Quay Walker has like, you know, a few flash stats and being like, wait, did he just have as many interceptions as he had in his entire Packers career? Did he have as many sacks this week as he did in a full season with the Packers? I could totally see that with Quay Walker.
Craig, Will wanted me to ask you this question because he's too afraid. And I don't know why he's afraid of you and not afraid of me. That's kind of weird to me. But have restaurants become too lazy when it comes to chicken wings? I think they have. I think they hide behind the ranch and the blue cheese. I'm saying that 1 out of 10 restaurants that serve chicken wings are good. They've totally gotten lazy.
Wait. 1 out of 10 restaurants that serve chicken wings are
Correct.
good.
Yep.
Not to be confused with 1 out of 10 chicken wings are good, right?
No. Yep, the whole batch. Would you agree with that?
Wow.
Because these two didn't. Will obviously agrees with me.
I've had good chicken wings lately.
Yeah, he's like, are some bad? Yes. Are 90% of chicken wings bad? Absolutely not.
By the way,
today's chicken wings alone. They cannot stand alone.
You're going to the wrong places, pal.
Chewy, are you going to places that are promoting like 50 cent or cheap wings? Because I agree, like you can't get really cheap wings today anymore, like at those really cheap prices like they used to have.
Yeah, and expect to get something that tastes good.
Well, our beliefs in bar food is different. I think a poke bowl is bar food. If you go to a certain
that's just silliness.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
He tried to pull that one time where he was like, oh, yeah, we had bar food, like a poke bowl.
Live down here, there's fish everywhere. There's fish everywhere. Like up there, there's cheese, right? There's a lot of cheese dishes up there. Here, there's a lot of fish dishes. You guys are just...
So you're saying like in Wisconsin, let's just say you don't like cheese, and I don't want to insult anyone when I say that. But in Wisconsin, if you are ordering a salad, a soup, you need to specify you do not want cheese on it because it may just come with cheese on it when you order a salad or soup. Whereas in Florida, you're saying that it may just come with fish on it, regardless of what you've ordered.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, Chew, if the chicken wings are bad, then almost everything else on the menu is going to be subpar as well. I don't think you mess up chicken wings unless you're just not good at being a restaurant. Because chicken wings
My
are
bar-
everywhere. Like every menu, it feels like this in this day and age has some variation of chicken wings on it.
But my bar is this, Jen. My bar is chicken wings should stand alone if they're good. You shouldn't need a ranch. You shouldn't need a blue cheese. I'm not getting a lot of that.
Are you getting the
I'm not
wrong
getting a lot
flavor
of-
then? Maybe you actually don't like the flavor of
Well,
chicken
again,
wings.
where that argument starts falling apart is there's also another type of sauce that he's probably putting on them. Right? If you want the chicken wing to stand alone, then he just stand alone.
Like, are we talking go-to buffalo, like the buffalo sauce on your wings, or are you doing a
Yes.
garlic parm? Are you doing a lemon pepper?
No. My favorite is just mild buffalo. I love it, but they're overcooked. Too much breading.
I am seeing an opportunity
really
here, though,
lazy.
Chew. I'm seeing an opportunity here. You know how like Dave Portnoy from Barstool does the one slice of cheese pizza, and he goes from place to place to he knows it. He just said he knows it.
Well, yeah, but
they do it
he's
down
not
here.
going
They
to
did
do
it down here.
You're saying there's an opportunity for someone else, not an opportunity for Chewy.
Chewy,
I'm not going to go get them, but I'll eat them.
See?
Wait, no, that would be good, Chewy. If you just went and ate one wing at every at all the places, and,
But it has
and
to be the mild buffalo, and he just starts comping and grading them.
I do not dispute that it would be fantastic content. The part I am disputing is that he would do it.
I think
Well,
he
we've done
would.
it
If you just
before.
told him he had to go there, he might not realize why he's going to each place. And we're just like, Chewy, we need you to go to this address. And when he got there, just someone handed him one wing.
Will the Thrill
and-
films it?
Yes.
But I can't do it Monday through Thursday. That's the problem.
Works great for me.
Can't do it Monday
Dude,
through
Will could-
Thursday. Not going to drive
No,
more
but
than
Will could-
5-mile radius from his house.
We'll go do like 5 in one day, and then we'll spread them out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. On Fridays, they could film like 7 or 8 of them.
100%.
Like you could knock them out. Then you have content for months. And I think Jen, I think you've got it.
PW Coach Paul is weighing in saying Chewy's Chicken Wing Bowl. Which ESPN Milwaukee radio host prepares the best wing? No, we want Chewy going to establishments and trying the wings.
I'll give Chewy a great wing if that's what
All
we're
right.
looking
Well,
to
let me
do.
ask you this: could it be that Chardonnay does not go with wings?
That is distinctly possible, sir.
I love how Chewy thinks he's like the guy's guy, and he's like, oh yeah, I go out for poke bowls and Chardonnay when I'm at the bar.
100%.
You know what the most embarrassing thing is? Because my wife likes beer. When the waiter comes over and puts the beer in front of me and the Chardonnay in front of her, and then he's like, no, the Chardonnay's mine. And then he chuckles. I'm like, what's so funny?
All right, Craig.
I love, and then when Chewy just feels the need to threaten the bartender's life at that point, just to show that he's a man.
You do that one time to a teammate, and you get labeled for the rest of your life.
Well, in fairness, I don't know. I don't think you were the one who did the threatening in that situation, Chew.
No, he did. He told the teammate he was going to put him through the wall.
Oh, we're thinking of different ones. I'm thinking of when
I
his
was
wife
joking.
threatened at that point, a teammate who was an intern who was seat filling, his wife threatened that person.
No. I'm thinking about when he told the teammate if he put
I know.
his hands
Gabe,
on his wife's
hold on,
shoulder
Gabe, you
again,
got that
he would put him through a wall.
Yeah, but Gabe, you got that story wrong. My wife was the one that threatened.
Yes,
It
that's what
wasn't
I
me.
was saying. I
Oh.
was saying you didn't threaten. Craig and I
Yeah.
were talking about different situations because, as it turns out, there have been instances where both you and your wife have threatened people at GKB events.
Well, match made in heaven over there. Craig, we got to let you go. Really appreciate you hanging out with us here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
First Saturday in May. Have a great one, everybody.
For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage authority in Wisconsin. Do not let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and can even build you a custom design to match your exact needs. Don't think twice. Call Geis. GEISdoors.com. GEISdoors.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We got slow down on 41 southbound from Appleton Avenue down past Hampton. The northbound side's actually worse. We've got delays from North Avenue all the way up to Appleton Avenue, so give yourself tons of time there. Right lane is blocked on northbound 41, by the way, at Appleton Avenue because of some repairs going on there. East and westbound on 94, doable. We've got westbound backing up from 35th Street to Hawley Road, and a little bit more delayed between Calhoun and Brookfield Road. On the eastbound side, we got delays from Mitchell Boulevard all the way to 35th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy skies, cool, spotty showers possible with the high of 47. Tonight, showers ending, partly cloudy with frost, a low of 35 at the lake, 29 inland. For the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
If you're looking for the perfect way to celebrate mom, try something new, and maybe even win big while you're at it, Potawatomi Casino Hotel has you covered this May. Hey, it's Jen Latta. Joining me today is Sarah Neubauer from Potawatomi Casino Hotel to walk us through everything happening right now. All right, Sarah, let's start with Mother's Day because it sounds like a really special experience.
Our dining team put something beautiful together for our moms. At Dream Dance Steakhouse, we're offering a Mother's Day Sunday feast for two on May 10th. It's a full 3-course experience designed to make mom feel celebrated. It starts with Caesar salads, then features a 32-ounce bone-in ribeye with twin lobster tails, with sides, and finishes with desserts. It also includes a bottle of wine and even a complimentary chocolate takeaway.
Now that sounds like a great way to treat mom.
And it's only $120 for 2 people, and we do recommend reservations because this is a popular one.
All right, let's talk about something fun happening at Rui, another delicious dining option at Potawatomi. I hear there's a birthday celebration?
Yes, we're celebrating Kiko, our giant lucky cat at Rui, turning 1 year old. So all of May, we have some special menu items. Guests can try the Lucky Cat dim sum for $8.88, which includes pork bao, a California roll, pork and shrimp shumai, and a almond cookie. There's also a Lucky Cat cocktail for $8.88 with vanilla vodka, Chambord, and pineapple juice. And on top of that, Rui is currently in the running for Best of Milwaukee's Asian cuisine, so it's a great time to come try it out.
I love that. A birthday celebration and a chance to check out a Best of Milwaukee contender. Now let's head to the casino floor, because I know there's a big promotion happening there too.
Yes, we have Tic Tac Home Run going on all of May. Guests can play using their Potawatomi Rewards card to earn entries. Every Thursday night, they have a chance to win big cash prizes and reward play. In total, we're giving away $300,000, and those entries also carry over into our Big League Series finale in June.
So there's a lot of chances to win.
Exactly. It's a great time to play and be part of the excitement.
Love it. Something for mom, something fun to try, and plenty of chances to win. Where can everyone go to learn more?
Potawatomi.com.
Spring has arrived in the Geneva Lakes region, and there is no better place to welcome the season than the award-winning Lake Lawn Resort. Enjoy lakeside dining at 1878 on the lake, golf for all ages and abilities at Majestic Oaks, relaxing spa experiences at the award-winning Caladora Spa, and endless recreation opportunities along the resort's 2 miles of shoreline on beautiful Delavan Lake. Plan your spring getaway today at lakelawnresort.com and come find out for yourself why everything is better at the lake.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Any of those things because it exceeds. It's like. I'm sorry, I'm burping up my apple right there. That's what that was. I wasn't pausing for effect. I literally was burping
All right, can we just go to break?
No.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Guys, I'm telling you, if you're getting ready to propose, the only place to go, it's the Jewelry Center. Of course, that's what I did. It's what I tell everyone to do if you're ready to take that next step, because the team at the Jewelry Center sets themselves apart. Now, I kind of had an idea, browsed what they had, but if you don't, maybe browse her Pinterest page, bring that in. And with the team at the Jewelry Center, they're going to make sure that that ring is brought to life. With everything done in-house as well, it costs less than I expected. Whether you're looking for a custom engagement ring or want to pick something else out, like a nice diamond earring, maybe a gold chain, they've got you covered. Check out the Jewelry Center, Greenfield, Brookfield, Burlington, or in Mequon.
We mentioned just a few moments ago that the Milwaukee Bucks will be introducing the new head coach, Taylor Jenkins, at a public press conference at the Milwaukee Art Museum. And on the surface, this is like, whoa, big time, right? The Milwaukee Art Museum is one of the most prestigious spots in all of Milwaukee. I mean, kids go there for prom. People have their weddings there. It is an incredible event space. And opening it up to the public is a very unique move for an organization like the Milwaukee Bucks. Gabe, what gives? Why are the Milwaukee Bucks opening the press conference for Taylor Jenkins to the public? Because I got to be honest with you, it reads like they're trying to sort of mitigate or fix a brand management narrative crisis, maybe potential marketing issue that has surrounded the squad, but I'm willing to be convinced otherwise.
I like what Craig had said. Obviously, they're very excited about the hire. Like, Taylor Jenkins was going to be one of the, if not the top names on the coaching market this offseason. And the fact that they were able to get him and locked him up relatively early before, I'm guaranteed, we're not even done with the first round of playoffs. Coaches are going to be losing their jobs. So for some pretty significant teams here, some pretty successful teams this year, where he could have easily waited and tried to go there. So the fact that they were able to go out and get their guy, they're excited, and they want to be hopeful, I guess, that the fans want to share that excitement and be there for the first time Taylor Jenkins addresses the media and the public when they do this press conference at the Art Museum next week.
Have we heard anything from Giannis?
No.
And do we know if he was in on the hiring process?
No idea.
Actually, I've heard conflicting reports, if we're being honest, about whether or not Giannis was involved in the hire. But I think I saw a video on social media, and again, you never know when these things are shot versus when they are posted. But are him and Kyle Kuzma in Europe? Did I see a video of them?
I did not see that. Maybe. Possible.
Yeah, I don't know what it was from. I thought, it was the two of them kind of dapping it up and hugging at some event, and I thought it was something about Europe, but
EuroLeague playoff game. Yeah.
But
was that yesterday?
Aren't you more surprised that he didn't comment?
I thought you didn't want to hear much from him. Shouldn't this be a good thing?
But I mean, over the last couple of years, he commented about, I'm sure he commented about Doc when he was hired, about every other coach.
I mean,
no emoji, no nothing.
I mean, I don't think so. Doc was different because Doc was hired in season, right?
Yeah,
so then there's locker room availability. You get to ask right away when the hire like that happens. I don't remember him making really any public comments after Bud was fired, after Adrian Griffin was hired in that offseason until we got to training camp. Giannis is there, just signed the extension, all those things, and now Giannis gets to talk. I don't think he really made any comments during that offseason. So
nothing with Adrian Griffin? I thought he did.
No, I mean, he was, again, a lot of people thought that he was linked to that because, him and Chris went out to dinner with him, and we're seemingly more involved with that. But I don't think he said I don't think he publicly said anything until he came back for the start of camp.
So if Giannis is ultimately traded this offseason, I do think that the Bucks need to be backfilling from a marketing standpoint. I do think that they need to be drumming up excitement for the fan base. If, and again, I know that nobody wants this to be what the reality is, but if in fact Giannis is not a member of the Milwaukee Bucks for the 2026-2027 season, I have said for months, why are they not pushing some of these other guys from a media standpoint? Why are they not letting these guys do interviews and letting the fan base get to know some of these other players? Do a sit down with some of the local news. Do these things where all of a sudden people would get excited about some of these players and their personalities and their stories and their journeys. Because if Giannis isn't here, guys, you're going to need the fan base to be excited about some of the other players. And I don't think they've done their due diligence in backfilling that excitement.
Well, the problem is, I don't think they know. I mean, whether Giannis is here or not, I don't think they know who else is going to be on this roster next year yet. So I don't think you can start trotting some of those guys out other than, obviously Bobby does his podcast and stuff like that. Miles Turner has his where they're kind of putting stuff out on their own. But I can't say for certainty any one player that I think is going to be in Milwaukee next year.
I mean, do you know, Chu, that the local media isn't even allowed in the locker room after Bucks games? to interview
but
players.
The national media is.
I think there are maybe some writers who are given access.
I don't
that
think
to
you can
me
go there
feels
with a
like
camera,
a mistake. I think it's a mistake to not let the local media get to know these guys, chit-chat with them, like we all used to do in the locker room. Chew, you were in the locker room. I've been in locker rooms.
Mm-hmm.
You develop relationships by just like hanging out for a few minutes. Hey, how's the family? How are the kids? And you become a person instead of an avatar. And then the media members can actually get that message out to the fans. Get it out to the people who are maybe potentially, buying tickets. It has felt now for some time that it has been the Giannis show and everybody else is sort of an also-ran. And I think that that's a mistake by the Milwaukee Bucks organization. So I actually think that this thing at the museum, at the art museum, is sort of maybe trying to correct a little bit of that, blow this thing up, have a big event, try to get people excited, because on the chance that Giannis isn't here, maybe Taylor Jenkins is the face of the Milwaukee Bucks.
I mean, I think there's a pretty good chance of that, because it doesn't seem like their draft pick is going to be one of those top 5 picks and be one of the recognizable faces and names that you've gotten used to. So, yeah, again, if Giannis is gone, I don't know what else they tried to, trade away to try to strip this thing down and who's necessarily going to be here next year. So it's very possible that Jenkins could be kind of the face of, hey, this is the guy that's going to help turn things around in a post-Giannis era if that, again, ends up being the case.
But, Gabe, what was the event we did years ago at the Midwest Express Center with the Brewers?
So that
Wasn't that like a meet and greet or something like that?
So,
it's
yeah,
like
Brewers,
they have to go...
Yeah, Brewers on Deck, which was a huge fan fest that the Brewers used to do, in the convention center. And, we would have our Sunday show there. I was filling in for Craig, so Chewy and I, we probably had, 4 players come through in 2 hours?
Yeah. But it's almost like the Bucks need to do that if Giannis is gone.
100%. Could not agree with you more.
Yeah.
Like, I know I've used this analogy before, but when I was in Chicago, I was on the White Sox beat. White Sox couldn't hold a candle to the Cubs' interest in that city, right? Wrigley Field was sold out day in and day out. White Sox are giving away tickets to try to get people in the seats. But the White Sox recognized that because they were an afterthought, they needed to do more to cooperate with the local media, to get their stories out there, to get people excited about those teams. The Bucks are not far off from that if Giannis is not a member of the team, okay? They're not far from being an afterthought in the city. And I know that it's going to rub some people the wrong way. So you got to get out ahead of this thing. You got to start marketing your guys. You got to start putting them out there. You got to start giving the fans a reason to buy tickets, buy merch, support the squad if Giannis Antetokounmpo is no longer a member of the Milwaukee Bucks.
I agree. It's just, do the players want to do it?
Yeah, and I think that's again because the Brewers Fan Fest, like that on Deck, that event's gone away. I know
because they're good, because they're very, very good, so they don't need to do that anymore, and people know who they are.
Yeah,
but if the Bucks go on this, it's going to take X amount of years to rebuild. They have to do things like that. I mean, even the Packers, who probably don't even need to do that bus tour.
Yeah, but that's all former guys.
No, there's current guys on there.
I don't know if there was this year.
But I mean, you're telling me that fans wouldn't rally around a guy like AJ Green? For goodness sakes, they call him the Dairy Bird. We love that stuff here in Wisconsin, right? This kid from, Cedar Falls, Iowa, Midwest through and through. Like, that's a dude that should be, and we've seen it happen in Wisconsin where a guy is sort of an upstart, not really known, but does his job really well, and we embrace the hell out of him. Niger Morgan, Sam Congato, the list goes on and on of guys that you could that could be, what do you call it? They're like folk heroes. They're like folk heroes here in Wisconsin. And I just think the organization needs to start recognizing that if Giannis isn't here, it would behoove them to get some of these guys out in front of the public so that they can wrap their arms around them and support the franchise. 800-990-3776. What was your reaction when you heard that Taylor Jenkins is going to be introduced in a open-to-the-public press conference at the Milwaukee Art Museum next week? Let us know, 800-990-3776.
If you've been putting off replacing your windows and doors, now is the time, because Pella of Wisconsin has 0% financing options available. In Wisconsin, your home takes a beating year-round. The right windows and doors can improve comfort, boost energy efficiency, upgrade your home's look, and I can attest to that with the new front door I got before the winter started last year. Pella's experts can help you find the perfect fit for your home and budget. Certainly they did for me. And with 0% interest, you can upgrade now, pay over time without paying a dime in interest. Don't wait. Get the look you want for your home that you know you're going to love. Visit PellaWI.com today.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got westbound 94 backing up a bit from just west of 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard, a little heavy between Calhoun and Brookfield Road. Eastbound's a little slow from about Hawley Road to 35th Street. The big delays are going to be happening on 41. We've got southbound delayed from just south of Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol. Northbound is heavy from about North Avenue all the way up to Appleton Avenue, so give yourself tons of time to get through that. 43, so far so good. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy skies, cool, spotty showers possible with the high of 47. Tonight, showers ending, partly cloudy with frost, a low of 35 at the lake, 29 inland. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof siding and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the second floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Now through May 30th, bring refined design into every moment. Mike Wood here from Callan. With a kitchen or bathroom remodel from Callan, receive a complimentary Kohler touchless faucet, a $700 value. Sculpted design, seamless control, and effortless style built for everyday living. Because true luxury isn't just seen, it's experienced in the details you use every day. Begin your transformation today at callcallan.com and click the green button. Callan. Design, build, live. Some restrictions apply.
A huge month of Brewers baseball kicks off with a battle against the Yankees Friday, May 8th through Sunday, May 10th. Catch the crew for half off with Wisconsin's first Friday game tickets on Friday the 8th. Plus, Mother's Day Sunday is the perfect game to bring the whole family with new kids experiences every Sunday. Plus, the first 10,000 fans over the age of 21 get a Brewers picnic blanket at the Mother's Day game, courtesy of American Family Insurance. Score your tickets at Brewers.com.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
Okay, team. Huddle up.
Why are you dressed like a hockey player?
Because America's energy security is on thin ice. We're facing an overburdened electric grid, rising fuel costs, and severe weather. But here's your power play. Propane. It's affordable, abundant, safe. Propane is reliable energy, even when the grid isn't. Advantage Propane.
Learn more at propane.com/powerplay.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You can just save yourself so much time by going, okay, we like this guy, this guy, this guy. Let's take a look at all the different things he did at the combine. I just hit my phone, and now my hand is just tingling.
What is with you two today? Jesus. Do you know how to function?
I just like...
On 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, listen, if you're buying or building a new home, Great Midwest Bank will help guide you every step of the way. How do I know this? Because they've taken care of us every step of the way, always giving us the best options for our next big life decision. You can get fast and flexible mortgage pre-approvals straight from Great Midwest Bank's experienced and, most importantly, local loan officers. From start to finish, you can bank with confidence at Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender. See all of their customizable products at greatmidwestbank.com. I mentioned earlier in the show that the Brewers got a victory yesterday over the Diamondbacks, ended up taking that series. It was a big one, too, 13-1. And it almost overshadowed the big story of Brandon Woodruff's early exit because of his low velocity. And Gabe, I'm going to turn over to you on this one because you were in the arena, you were in the stadium at AmFam yesterday for the game, and you said you could tell right away something was wrong.
Well, because I love when I'm at the game, I like to see the auxiliary scoreboard they have. They put all the pitching information up there. They put the velocity, the pitch that it is. They put all the pitch effects up there. And they also put the exit velocity on guys who are hitting the ball. And the first pitch of the game came out at 85. I'm going, Well, that's clearly the radar gun has to be off here, right? And then the next pitch, 84. And you're going, uh-oh. Because that ain't going to last a long time. You're throwing 85, and you're maxing out at 86. I think he got up to 86 on one of them. You knew something was wrong, and that's why he ended up leaving the game in the second inning. Said he didn't feel any pain, which is good, but kind of feels like it's just dead arm, which can happen for guys who've had shoulder surgery and some of the issues that he's had. It's not great, but hopefully just some rest and he's going to be able to bounce back. But leaving any sort of start early, whether you're feeling it or not, because you can only max out at 85 for a guy who's making $22 million, is not good. Not a good spot to be in.
What is it? Is it muscle? Is it tendon? Is it they have no idea?
Yeah, because there's not anything. You just don't have the.
There's nothing structurally wrong with the arm.
Mm-hmm.
But I did Google dead arm syndrome. It's a temporary, severe shoulder pain and weakness often caused by repetitive overhead motions like pitching or swimming that damages the shoulder's rotator cuff or labrum. Treatment involves physical therapy, rest, and occasional surgery.
Huh. Is there such a thing as slow legs? Because I think I had that a little bit at times.
Little dead leg there?
Little dead leg. Yeah.
Is there such thing as fat ass? Because I think I have that.
Chewy skips leg day. Chewy doesn't even have leg day anymore. No wonder your legs are a little tired.
Overrated, Gabe.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, maybe you wouldn't have had maybe you would have been a slow, huh? Couple more squats in there, big guy. Could have, gotten that time down. Could have been a 5th-round pick.
Okay, so again, we don't want to panic. We're not ready to panic here. It's way too early in the season to panic. However, we were just all excited yesterday about Jackson Churio coming back on Monday. We were excited about Andrew Vaughn potentially coming back on Monday as they are doing their rehab assignments. Can this team ill afford another injury to one of its major contributors?
Look, they've got depth here, so they've got options. If they throw them on IL, they've got exciting guys, I think, that can come up and be pretty good. I mean, we were talking about some of them earlier this week with Logan Henderson and Josh Gasser. If Brandon Sproat continues to struggle, you can bring up either one of those two guys. And now one of those two guys is probably going to have to come up because I can't imagine that he's throwing 85 and suddenly 5 days from now, he's going to be, yep, I'm ready to go. I can make my start. So I'm guessing this is going to take an IL stint, even though the Brewers didn't want to commit to that yesterday. I'm guessing it's got to, again, he's going to have to miss a couple of turns in the rotation. You're going to have somebody come up and take that spot.
Gabe, is this like a Packer pivot, though? Remember where a couple years ago, 2 years ago, where they weren't throwing the ball like they wanted to and all right, we got to commit more to the run. Now do they have to be more aggressive from an offensive standpoint because they got to figure – pitching staff a little beat up, we're going to have to score more runs. Is that an equivalent?
I don't think so. Just because, again, they've got the depth there. I think that if you bring up either one of the guys that we were just talking about, you're going to feel good about them filling Woody's shoes in that. Now, again, do I want Brandon Woodruff to be pitching in bigger situations because he's got more experience in those? If they find themselves in a playoff race late in August, September, potentially in the postseason in October, yeah, I'd rather have Woody. Which is why, again, I don't think you're full on panicking yet, But for a dude who's had as many injuries and issues as Brandon Woodruff has had, like, this is certainly cause for concern. Like, I don't think this is, oh, yeah, you just put him on the IL. He'll be fine. And in a month, he'll be fine. And he comes back and his velocity is going to be back. No, because with all the injuries that he has suffered, I think every start you're wondering, all right, is the dead arm going to come back? Is he going to have a shoulder issue? Is he overcompensating? No, he's going to have an elbow issue. Like, I think all of those issues exist every time Brandon Woodruff takes the mound, even if he bounces back from the dead arm.
Well, and Zerpa had the issue, right? We were expecting Zerpa to be gone for a while based on what Pat Murphy said.
Yep.
So it does, and again, I want to be clear. This is a part of baseball, right? Which is why I'm not ready to push the panic button just yet. But I do feel like we had talked about how they just needed to survive, basically hold serve, maintain that around 500, try to win as many series as possible until you get back to full strength. It's still going to be a while before Christian Yelich is back in his role with the team. I don't want to think of it as snake bitten, Gabe, but yesterday the thought did cross my mind. I was good about pushing it out, but I was like, are you kidding me, man? We're just getting these guys back, and we're feeling like, all right, we're going to get this version of the Brewers team that we expect to be able to contend and maybe not win 97 games again like they did last year, but still be pushing for the NL Central. And if Woodruff is out for an extended period of time, beyond the sort of 2 weeks we're talking about here, which would be the recovery, the physical therapy to get back to his 92 average fastball velocity, then I do start to panic a little bit.
Again, it's more harmful when you're missing offensive players. As we've seen through this first month, they don't have the depth on the offensive side.
But they put up 13 runs yesterday, and I know that's more of an anomaly.
They put up 2 the game before.
I know, but how many did they put up the game before?
Yeah, the offense has not been good enough for them to win. They don't have, I mean, again, Greg Jones has 3 career hits, and he's in the starting lineup yesterday. You just don't have the offensive depth. You got a lot of interesting minor league pieces that aren't quite ready to make that major league jump, but that's not the case on the pitching side of things. Like, they've got depth where they can absorb, I think, an injury from Woody and be okay, even in the long run, if Woody's unable to go. I think because of the depth on the pitching side, I don't feel as nervous about when you have injuries versus having injuries on the offensive side.
But, Gabe, when do you get nervous? I mean, they're 3.5 out right now. When do you get nervous?
Who cares?
7? No?
I mean, no. You get to Memorial Day and you look where you're at in the standings.
All right, fair. I'm not panicking. I love this team. They're great.
You're looking at the standings every day, man.
He's excited. He's excited.
Like, what are we looking at baseball standings on May 1st for?
I don't know. Because they're there.
Because I can.
I think we should push this through the Seinfeld scale of concern here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Of course, we've got the yada, yada, yada. We've got the little stressed, and I'm freaking out regarding the Brandon Woodruff, quote-unquote, dead arm issue that chased him from the game early yesterday. Run for the Roses is coming to St. Kate. The Arts Hotel. Join St. Kate on Saturday, May 2nd for the Kentucky Derby Day in partnership with Woodford Reserve. If you check your calendar, you know that's tomorrow. You can watch the race live. You can sip on specialty cocktails, including the classic mint julep, and get in the contest. Best dressed and best hat are going to win prizes. Admission is free, or you can upgrade to VIP for $75 for exclusive food stations and 2 complimentary cocktails. Visit stkatearts.com to RSVP or grab your tickets. That's stkatearts.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
May is Skilled Trades Month, a time to celebrate the hands-on careers that keep our industries and our communities moving forward. At Junior Achievement, students are discovering that today's skilled trades include technology, robotics, and smart manufacturing. With support from Rockwell Automation, students are exploring how advanced manufacturing and automation will power the factories of the future. Thank you, Rockwell, for helping inspire the next generation of technicians, engineers, and innovators. Learn more at ja.org.
Planning a high-level event shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Tiara Gomez, founder of Events by Design. For over 25 years, we've helped companies turn complex, high-pressure events into seamless, unforgettable experiences. When trying to engage your team and pull off something meaningful, the details matter. From concept to execution, we design every event so it reflects your vision and delivers real impact. No missed moments, just refined experiences people will remember. Let's start designing today. Search online, Events by Design.
May is here, which means your house is officially done hiding under snow, and now you can see everything it needs. Good news, Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help. Upgrade to energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath remodel, and get $3,000 off your project. Think of it as spring cleaning, but way more impressive. That's $3,000 in instant savings during our May savings event, but it won't last long. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Mother's Day is coming up, and if you want to do better than just flowers this year, the Jewelry Center has you covered. From necklaces and diamond earrings to custom pieces, their team makes it easy to find something she's actually going to love. And right now, when you spend $199 or more, you'll receive a free bouquet of flowers May 7th through the 9th, so you can take care of both at once. It's where I've gone for gifts over the years. Make this year the one you plan to have. Visit the Jewelry Center in Greenfield, Brookfield, Burlington, or Mequon.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Josh DiMaggio here for Milwaukee Weight Loss. I've been on this journey since January and have already lost 35 pounds. It's been easy, safe, and their team continued to help me reach my goals. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. That's up to a pound per day. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off Duration, Woodscapes, and Super Deck products May 1st through the 11th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Come on, guys. Let's think about this. Could you do 50 straight days of burgers?
That was very condescending. I just
No,
want to be
no,
clear
that's
on
not.
the
Let's put our heads together.
Again, I have children. I know condescending when I hear it.
I can be. Come on,
On 94.5 ESPN.
Planning a high-level event can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. That's where my friends at Events by Design come in. Maybe you've checked out some of the great things they've done. They've done a number of different events at Potawatomi. They've helped out with the Milwaukee Art Museum Gala. Maybe you saw some social media clips from our Analysis Live that happened about a month ago now. They all helped put those events on. Their team has been a part of incredible experiences across Milwaukee with those great events. And what sets Events by Design apart, it's simple. They bring fresh ideas, careful planning, and expert execution to every event they touch. Start designing your next event today. Just have to search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
The Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll, where you can refresh your home with roofing, siding, or windows, all backed by their lifetime workmanship warranty, infinityexteriors.com, began today with, how do you feel about the Packers picking up Lukas Van Ness's fifth-year option? Your options, Chewy, are big mistake or smart gamble. Where are you voting?
In the middle.
Not an option.
Fence rider.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Have some stones. Make a decision.
What was the other? Not a big mistake. I'll go with the other one. I'm
smart
fine.
Gamble?
Yeah, fine. Not all the way fine, but fine.
Mostly fine.
Mostly, yeah.
The other thing we are recently putting on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll is the Seinfeld scale of concern for Brandon Woodruff's dead arm. It's yada, yada, yada. You look a little stressed and you're freaking out. Let us know where you stand, as the Brewers will have to survive another injury just as they are getting some of these guys healthy again. And Gabe, it feels like you are a yada, yada, yada. Am I reading that correctly, or are you a little stressed?
No, I'm a little stressed. Because, again, you're spending money on that guy, and I like the depth that they have, but the reason why they decided that they wanted to roll the dice with Woody because they thought he would be healthy enough to make an impact in the postseason. And we saw what happened to the Brewers pitching last postseason. They had to kind of cobble it together to win a series and then just didn't have enough to overcome the Dodgers. You need your horses that you're expecting to be horses to be available to you when you need them the most. So, again, it's a little stressful. Hopefully he bounces back from this. And like Craig said, he gets a little bit of time off, and then he's going to be strongest when the Brewers need him the most.
I am seeing some reaction in the YouTube stream. Chew. BZ says, Woody and Bakhtiari, thieves in the night. I think it's thieves, but I digress. Are you concerned that Brandon Woodruff might start getting the treatment of Bakhtiari, which was paid him a lot of money, but he wasn't available as often as you needed him to be?
Way too early. I mean, if it happens again, then I'll maybe be a little more stressed, but I'm a yada, yada, yada. He'll be fine. Just that arm.
He'll be fine, or they'll be fine?
You had never heard of dead arm before today, and now by the end of the day, you're just dismissing.
Probably why he's dismissing it.
It's dead arm.
Was it serious? I would have heard about it before. I think that's his rationalization at this point.
They don't teach that in med school. There's no such thing as dead arm. So it's
in med school?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Doogie Howser.
Gabe, you know what today is at the gym? Not legs.
I was going to say, it's not leg
It's not
day.
legs. Got some curls for the girls?
Oh, yeah, tries for the guys.
Okay. Chewy, you have a great weekend.
You guys do. Enjoy the derby.
You too, buddy. You too. Get some betting advice from Craig before the race starts.
Enjoy your pharmaceuticals. I know that was
Me and
an
my
off-air.
mother-in-law.
That was an off-air conversation, but still.
Yes.
Salutations.
I didn't do it.
Wilde and Tosh is
Did
next
something.
on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee.